I'm Selena Collins and welcome back to my channel. I thought today would be fun to give you a peek into the search history of an author, specifically of this author. So my search history tends to be a little bit everywhere. I've got some grammar things that I searched for, and then I have some dubious things that I searched for. So we're going to talk about it today. Why?
I thought it would be fun.
I took notes. I'm just kidding. So on YouTube, I went down the rabbit hole watching wallpaper removal. I can't say that word today. Removal videos for like 45 minutes. Okay, so it started out, I just needed some information. I just needed to know what does the process look like. I know in theory, steaming wallpaper off.
Let's fix this. Like that.
I know in theory how to steam wallpaper off. I know how to spritz it with chemicals and do it that way. My character was steaming it off. So I wanted to see what that actually looked like so I could describe it and, like paint a picture for my readers. So I ended up finding it really satisfying to watch. But it was a lot slower of a process than I realized. So I'm glad that I watched the videos because I was kind of under the impression that you could just take your device and run it down the wall and that would be largely it. And then you could just, scrape, right?
Scrape.
And I was considering, because I had it in my head that removing wallpaper wasn't so bad with modern tools, maybe one day I'll actually put some wallpaper up.
No.
No, never. Back to my notes. So this next thing that I searched for, I need to just disclose that I have not, nor would I ever be the type of person to unalive someone. But if I was ever suspected of such a crime, my search history this week should not count against me in court. Because I Googled, what does chloroform smell like? Now, this was not for Dream of Me. There is no chloroform in Dream of Me. This was for a novella that I was wrapping up recently. And I went back and I did some edits, and there was, a scene towards the end where the main character is captured. And with her temperament and her build and, the level of strength that she has, it didn't seem plausible that, she could be easily taken down by just sheer force, even if caught by surprise. So I was like, as I was going through and editing, I was sitting here thinking, something needs to be more, something more happens. And I was like, ooh, chloroform. Tragically, I thought about chloroform because I had just watched a documentary on the Casey Anthony case, which makes it kind of a sad search and a sad story. I've got 4 kids, and 2 of them, I'm gonna get teary now. Oh my God. 2 of them are little, 2 and 4. And I will let you know I cried when I Googled this too. Okay. We're good now. We're good. Okay. Also, I think I was just innately curious of it because I had watched that documentary recently. Maybe I'm just dark like that. I do read dark romance. The next thing I searched for was, is bookstore one word? Now, could I have just opened up, a dictionary and looked it up? Yes, I could have.
Did I?
No. I did not. On the note of spelling, I also looked up, is it mid-morning one word or mid-morning with a hyphen? Because I was confused. So there's that. Now the next thing I Googled, or searched in a search engine, I say Googled because I remember when Google became big. Like I don't know exactly what year it was founded or created or whatever, but I remember I was in 5th grade and Google, 5th or 6th grade, and Google existed all of a sudden. It was really cool. Anyway, now that I've exposed my age, which I don't give a flying flip about, by the way. So the next one that I Googled led me down this really cool folk lore rabbit hole down the internet. So I Googled, is boogeyman one word? Again, I could have absolutely looked it up in a dictionary. Did I? No. Did I pull up a search engine? Yes. Did I find something cooler in the process?
Also, yes.
So I found out there's like 7 million different ways to spell boogeyman. And there's so many cultures around the world that have different legends about the boogeyman and what he is and like where he comes from in their folklore. And it was incredibly cool, and I highly recommend that you Google boogeyman because it was just interesting. Like, just very interesting. Also, there's some artists with some really cool depictions of what the folk boogeyman look like, and that was also cool if you have the stomach for creepy, thriller kind of stuff. I didn't run across anything super scary, but it was cool. Now, the last thing that I searched for this week was not really related to anything that I'm working on. It was more related to what I was doing that day. So I brought my writing stuff with me when I took my oldest child to the orthodontist to get braces put on. So braces, yay! So I'm sitting there and I got to thinking, why do modern humans have such horrible dental issues? And I learned that the human jaw grows based on the amount of work we're making it do. So when you're not chewing tough foods, when you're chewing really soft processed foods, your jaw doesn't have to grow to meet that demand, doesn't have to get bigger or stronger. So there's less room for all your teeth. Fun fact, the next time you're at taco night with your friends and you want to regale them with the latest interesting thing that may or may not be true from the YouTuber you watched last week. Maybe you shouldn't bring that up. Maybe not. So that's my search history for the last week. I thought it was interesting. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. I hope you did. If not, what am I doing? What am I doing? Also, if you want to check out Dream of Me, it's my debut novel. I will have links down in the description below. I also have a link to my website if you want to go grab the free book that I actually talked about earlier in this episode. The chloroform question was for Queens of Ruin, which is available. It's a novella. It is an urban dystopian fantasy reverse harem romance. It is available free on my website if you join my newsletter. So just click on the newsletter button, little envelope, or the free book button on my website, and you'll be able to download Queens of Ruin for free. You're welcome. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me here this week. I will see you again next week.